white trash with money.
Here's the deal. I mean, first of all, can you introduce our guest here, Justin?
No, I'm horrible at that. You do it.
Well, first of all, welcome back to another episode.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
for
we're
showing
welcoming
up.
them. Welcome back.
Yeah, but thank you for showing up, Justin.
This is episode 3.
Yes,
For Dale.
for Dale. This one's for Dale.
Praise hell, praise Dale.
Hell, praise Dale.
That's right.
Dale ain't dead. He's just a lap ahead.
Dale,
God
yeah.
almighty, I love that. Yeah. We're here back at the Justin Boots headquarters
in Fort Worth.
We're not
Texas.
in
Dallas.
Tejas.
Tejas. And we are with a professional bullfighter, 4-time oh shit!
Yeah, you're already a little behind, bro.
Man, 5-time world champion, right? Yep. Bullfighter. How many PBR World Finals under your belt?
This year makes number 12.
Number 12, ladies and gentlemen. We have the best to have ever done it, Mr. Cody Webster.
Oh.
Are you the GOAT?
Just paying the bills.
You the GOAT?
Nah, I don't. I just Webster. Just call me Webster.
Do people think you're the GOAT? What are the? You don't be modest.
Come on,
here.
you're the greatest of all time at what you do.
I don't know. It's a term that kind of gets used, but I'm really fortunate to get to do something that I love and travel the country. And
This ain't a press conference, for God's sakes.
It really is. Like I don't know. You can call it whatever you want, but I just love fighting bulls.
When you got your own bull riding school, though, you're up there in the upper echelon.
Bullfighting school.
What'd I say?
Bull riding. Yeah. He ain't riding no bulls. He's fighting them.
I ain't getting on them damn things.
Have you ever rode one?
I may have rode like some steers and calves and different stuff when I was
What about a heifer?
real young, but it
Late night at the bar.
yeah, I mean that's nice too. But no, it's all bullfighting. I want no part of riding them.
And why's that?
Man, I don't know. I guess I just feel like I've got more control being on my feet and doing something I really got a good knack at, Like
because Court McFadden, total opposite.
Yeah, he said
I would never do what
he
Cody
said that
does.
guy's crazy.
Yeah. And we get in the middle of some storms trying to save those guys, But I don't know. It's just it's a whole different mindset, And there is a lot of those bull riders that are, talking about Court, man, completely scared of being on the ground and trying to outmaneuver these big animals. But I don't want no part of being on their back because I feel like at some point they're controlling the whole entire outcome,
Yeah.
versus me being on my feet. Man, I've got some tricks up my sleeve, and I know I can outmaneuver these bulls.
I was impressed as hell last night watching y'all. I mean, it's cool being that close and seeing these bulls. Those are huge bulls, and it is violence as soon as that chute opens. But after the cowboy's off, y'all are in that bull's face like that. Like It is crazy how fast y'all get in their face.
Yeah, and I mean, like with the PBR, like we run a 3-man system, which is 3 bullfighters working together at the same time, trying to keep the bulls distracted. Through the rodeo season, we'll hit a lot of rodeos where there's just 2 of us working. So it kind of becomes more of a, you've got 3 guys covering a full piece of the pie versus 2 guys, So there is a lot more abuse, a lot more violence, as you want to say, that kind of feels like comes at the rodeo. But at the same time, when you've got 2 guys that are really in key with each other and working as a team, you can really take a bad bull and really, really slow him down and control him.
I was kind of shocked when you walked in because I was expecting to get face paint today.
Well, we can make it happen,
right? Are you a rodeo clown or a bullfighter? What is it, man?
So like the PBR is more of the athletic. We've got a jersey and shorts, and it looks a little bit more athletic. But for the rodeo side of things, I'm still traditional. I still wear the baggies with the face paint,
suspenders.
Yeah. But it's more of an athletic look. The rodeo clowns or the entertainers, that's solely their job is to, basically entertain the crowd and fill in the cracks where the rodeo's kind of lagging a little bit.
Fill in some cracks.
But yeah.
Where did that
You
come
look
from?
like a crack filler. I've been noticing this since I walked in. Like,
I did. The first thing I asked him, I said, "You want to have a tickle fight?" Just to kind of gauge where you was at. And I got that serious. Excuse me. I like a good tickle fight. you know.
The best part of today was the fact that Cody didn't follow you on social media before he came here.
Well, I was
like,
checking him out, and I was looking at the Instagram, and I'm like, oh damn, I ain't even following him, so better hit follow real quick.
Yeah,
You better follow me back.
I got you.
Okay.
That's easy. Well, yeah. After, I mean, I might as well just ask right here. We got to collab on a video this weekend. You know, I've got an idea for an Insta 360
That'd be kind of
throw.
kind of cool.
I think it would be wild. I think it'd go stupid viral. It'd go hard. Me throwing my Insta 360 to you right before shoot
Putting
opens.
it right in the bull's face.
Oh my God, bro.
We got to talk about that. Yeah, that could be fun. Okay, well, speaking of just stuff going on, we talked about it a little bit last night. Me and him were talking while you were.
Bro, you talking about getting hung up? Was you there? You was there, but was you close to when that happened?
Oh yeah, we all three ended up in the mix, but ended up getting a hold of that bull's head and getting him to go to the outgate. But
it looked like it was centimeters away from deflating that man's head.
Yeah, like it skid his neck, like you could see, but like as we're talking, man, like that's just another night in the bull riding world. You know, like
Really?
You're talking about near misses that we see every single week.
Why do you think there's not more incidents and there's more near misses than anything? You think that's?
Well, I mean, there is a lot of bad wrecks that go on, you know, every week. But man, I don't know. I think for one, the good Lord just says it's not your day, but at the same time, it's just crazy how close things really, really get to being really fatal. A near miss is what I call it, you know, and it happens every week.
Well, I mean, y'all's world just had a fatality back about a month ago.
Yeah, there's been a handful.
Oh, really?
There's been a handful through the years that, you know, went really bad.
Yeah. The one that I was what's his name that passed away probably about a month ago or so.
Man,
is it local rodeo?
Yeah,
I think in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, the kid is from Wyoming, but
Yeah.
it happened down there in Texas.
Yeah.
It was at an extreme bull riding, and
Yeah.
Man,
it's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Now, bullfighting, and I mean, I think most people have always kind of grown up, you know, the rodeo clown is kind of what, you know, you've always heard that term, right? Where did the rodeo clown come from? What's the history behind what you do?
I mean, just dating back to the old days, you know, like it was all one job. Like you had your rodeo clown that did the acts, that entertained the crowd and protected the bull riders, you know, had the barrel, you know, everything was all one job. And back then they only had one guy that did the whole deal. So, you know, it's really evolved, but I think it's really something that's been a necessity because the bulls are getting better. The bulls are faster, quicker, stronger. You know, the breeding programs, everything that they got going with the buck and bull world has really called for turning our job into something that is very serious, very important, you know, as you guys seen last night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many lives we've saved, but I know there's a lot, you know.
Because that bull he got his horn down in there.
Oh yeah,
for a second, and then y'all got him
They become
away.
very smart. You know, the bulls, they're just like a real athlete. You know, they're on the very best feed programs.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the very best. Everything that goes into that bull's life every day is probably more important than what the stock contractors' actual kids are. You know, because that's how they make their living. This is what they do. So like them bulls really are their own athlete. They're really, really keyed into what they're doing, you know.
And when they were in the chute to go out, right? They were in the, you know, you could almost see it in the bull's eyes, like they live for that. They
It's
love
game
it.
time.
They love it.
Yep.
Man.
Do you think
love
that's
what
what
they
happens?
do.
You think that bull just something turns on that bull once they get to
I think
the
it's
arena?
just like a regular athlete, you know, like when it's time to go in and make a block or go make a tackle or, you know, whatever it is, like, you know, you're trained to do that, and that's your job.
It's almost like a hunting dog. You know what I mean? Like
It's
like a
bred
good hunting
into
dog.
You can't make a bull buck. They're either going to or they're not.
Yeah.
And it's just like a dog. You know, they're either going to hunt or they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when it's time to hunt, they know it's time to hunt.
They know it's time.
Yeah, they know a difference between the backyard at the house and getting out in the field to go get ducks.
Go take care of business.
Yeah. And so you think those bulls kind of have that
100%. And then the longer that they go through their career, you know, there is bulls that you can pet out back, like literally walk up to the pen, they'll walk up to you and let them scratch their back. And then that same bull, when it's game time, he's going to buck that guy off and he's going to hook everybody's ass that's what they do, you know. And not all bulls are mean, but there is a bunch of them that, you know, as we seen last night, Lucas took a big shot, you know, and that's the same bull that ended up getting our buddy Nathan Harp back in Little Rock a couple months ago, and completely, you know, Nathan's still out at this point, you know,
Really?
getting his hip healed up and everything. So they become very smart and know what they're doing. And then it kind of starts becoming a game to them of where I can buck this guy off right here, where I can get all three of these guys, you know. So it's crazy to see them bulls working their magic, try to set us all up.
So you see these same bulls all the time.
Man, we do. This the very top level. You will see a lot of the same bulls. So like we kind of become, you know which ones are going to really try you hard. You know which ones will be an opportunist that's going to take an easy shot if he's got it to get you.
You kind of learn how to dance with them too.
And then you definitely figure out. And the ones that cause pain, you don't forget. You know, I promise you that.
Really?
Yeah, promise you.
Yeah, I could imagine.
What's the hardest bump you've taken from a bull?
Man, there's been some crazy wrecks throughout my career. You know, probably one of the top worst wrecks is just I had a bull run me over in Cheyenne a few years ago, and really big bull, probably weighs 1850, 1900, and his feet's as big as dinner plates, and ended up kind of stepping all over me, but his back foot, when he went over the top of me, stepped right on my back and ended up breaking like 6 ribs and kind of tore some back muscles and a little bit of damage to my lung. But
no, was that I'm sure you learned something from that, right? You learned something from all of them. Or
yeah, I mean, you're always learning. I feel like if you're not learning, you're going the opposite direction, you know. But it's just one of them deals, man. I made a really good save, stepped in, hit a real tight gap, and got over that guy, and he ended up kind of bumping me and knocking me down. And being where I was at, I was like, man, I'm in a good spot. Like, I know I'm gonna take another hit here, but like I really was trying to get rolled up to my hands and my knees to where I could let that bull hit me, you know, in my mid chest, which would essentially fling me out of there, get me away from him. You know, the big crazy wrecks getting thrown in the air and flying and doing flips and whatever. It looks really bad, but really the worst part of it's just hitting the ground. But when you go underneath a bull that's weighing that much, that's got that much force, that momentum coming down, and like I said, their feet's as big as dinner plates.
And there ain't no give except for your body.
That's the only thing to break is you know, and that's ended up what happened. So like I got rolled up to my feet, or my hands and my knees, and like that big horn was coming, and I was like, this is perfect. And I was kind of halfway up on one knee, and his front foot stepped right on my foot. And that's when I went, uh-oh. So then when he hit me, he had me pinned down on the ground. Then when he hit me, it just flat backed me. So then he's going over the top of me. If he wouldn't have been stepping on my foot, he'd have sent me out of this room, you know, and I'd have been fine.
Right.
But when he flat backed me, and then I see him coming over the top, like I remember seeing that front foot coming right at my face, and I went, man, this ain't good. So I kind of rolled and just trying to protect my face as much as I could, and that hoof went right beside my neck, his front foot, and then I'm like, well, maybe I'm good. And then his second foot caught me and rolled me a little bit, and then his back feet is what come down. And man, I just felt like the compression. I could feel everything pushing and giving, and then you just start feeling bones snap, which is all my ribs. And,
you know, all that sounds terrible, like the breaking of the ribs or anything.
Yeah.
The craziest part of that entire story for just a normal human being is the fact that he said, man, that bullhorn was coming right at my chest, and I was thinking, this is good.
This is good.
yeah, I'm going to be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if a bull's charging at you with a horn and you're trying to line your chest up with this horn? Because that's the good thing.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
right
best case scenario at that point when you're fixing to go underneath the lawnmower. Like, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
you
I'd
know?
rather the lawnmower hit me and sling me up, right?
Yes.
It's the same scenario, right?
Yep.
You get under it, you got
That's
blades
where the
to deal
damage
with.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. My God.
And y'all don't wear the chest gear and
And we have a protective vest. A lot of guys, you know, it's just personal preference. You know, one guy may look like the Michelin Man walking around with pads taped everywhere, and trying to get away from the pain. I wear a protective vest, which kind of protects my vitals and, you know, a little bit of my ribs as much as it can. Knee braces or like custom Donjoy knee braces, which is the same the NFL linemen wear. We wear that, and then a good pair of cleats because you want to have some traction. But that's about all I wear. I don't wear any leg pads or none of that. So
Do you wear a helmet?
No, just my cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Do some bullfighters wear helmets?
Man, there's been like one case where a guy, bull stepped on his face and broke his face really bad, and he had a big reconstructive surgery, and he ended up wearing a helmet for just a little bit to let everything kind of get healed up as much as it could.
Oh, like Horace Grant back in the day when he had to wear the
But I feel like with you guys, you got to have that visibility. You got to be able to maybe a little bit more than what a bull rider has to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, a bull rider needs to be able to just see right in front of him.
You got to have the whole arena.
He doesn't need his peripherals, but our peripherals is what really I feel like makes the difference, because you need to be able to see what's going on in front of you, but you also need to be able to see your partner coming in, or if we've got a guy knocked out, we've got to be able to see the ropers and everybody work as a team, you know? So like peripheral is a big, big part of what we do. And if you got a helmet on, it's about like playing football. You're going to get blindsided at some point.
Where are you looking when everything's going down? Cowboy comes off. Where are your eyes locked in? Is it his head, his shoulders? Like, what are you?
Man, kind of the whole page. You know, you want to be able to see everything, because not only do you got to deal with his head and his horns, but his back feet, you know, and going back to the bull, they become so smart. Like, he can be hooking this guy on the ground with his head and feel me coming in and kick me at the same time. Like they become so aware of what they're doing, you know? And so you got to be taking in the full page, man. If you miss one little small detail, it can be literally getting kicked in the face by a bull, and that's not a good place to be.
Those are some big animals.
Yeah, and that
Like
was the other thing. Like when we walked up, that one when we were kind of leaving the chutes last night, and it was back there. That's like I'm 6'2", and it was up to my chest.
Oh yeah,
They're
and their
huge.
backs are 2.5 foot wide, muscle, you know. Like,
Yeah,
the PBR bulls, like there's great bulls in rodeo too, but like, you know, a lot of times like a rodeo contractor, he'll have 20 or 25 bulls that he takes to his rodeos. Well, there's a chance that them 25 bulls probably all stay in one pen together. They pour out, you know, 200 pounds of grain for these 20 bulls, 10 pounds a piece or whatever. Well, it's just like anything. The big strong bulls are going to eat all their feed plus a little bit of somebody else's feed. The PBR bulls have their own pens, their own pastures. They're not competing. So like they know that bull's getting 15 pounds of this and 3 pounds of this and 2 pounds of that. They know exactly what that bull's getting. So that's why you see the difference. And like for me, where I'm at, you know, like if we'll have a hang up at the PBR, you know, like when you get up against them bulls and to be where I need to be effective to get a guy loose, 9 times out of 10 on the PBR bulls, like when you get up against their shoulder, that's where I've got to be to get that guy loose. It instantly knocks your breath out. Like you're trying to get a guy untangled with no breath. A rodeo bull, there is bulls that get the same treatment sometimes, but a lot of times you'll get up against them. They're a little bit softer. There's just a difference of punching a brick wall and punching a wooden fence. You know,
I hadn't thought about that till you just said it. But when they get hung up, you got to get in there and unhook them.
You've got to get in there. You got to get against them and literally untie their hand. You know,
and you're moving. It's not like you're jumping on to do it. Not like Keanu Reeves on Speed.
No.
You know, jumping on to like you're having to move with the bull.
You've got to be. The main thing is getting to that spot, which is the sweet spot, which is right against his shoulder, because where you're at right there, he can't really reach back and get you with the horn because his neck's so the muscle on his neck and
like
everything.
The eye of the hurricane.
It's the perfect spot. But then if you're just a little bit behind that, he's going to kick you. If you're a little bit forward from that spot, he's going to catch you with the horn.
And if he does, you can't help the cowboy get loose.
You can't get him loose.
Yeah.
So you've literally got to get to that sweet spot, get up top, either get a hold of his rope, get a hold to the tail of the rope, or a lot of times we'll try to hook our arm underneath his arm and then use your offhand to untime. So you're locked in.
How often does that happen?
Man, it used to be like a pretty normal routine. Like, we would have multiple hangups a weekend. With the style of the bull ropes that the guys are changing to, we don't see near as many bad hangups as we used to. But then there will be that occasional where things line up just right and we're in a hell of a mess.
Right.
So it just, you got to be ready for it.
Man.
So you got 3 of you out there. I'm assuming one guy's the quarterback, right? He's making the call. Like, you got a captain.
And not so much at the top level. Like,
Really?
everybody, and especially being on tour, like we work with the same guys nearly every week.
Okay.
So like for 30 weeks, 9 times out of 10, I'm working with the same 2 guys I work with on tour. The rodeos is kind of the same way. Like when you've got your top guys, that's who you get to work with at most of the big rodeos. So like you become just instinctively, what your partner's going to do, or what he knows what I'm going to do, vice versa.
Yeah.
But teamwork really is the key to maybe having just a regular old night where we're just directing traffic, or there's nights where we got to get underneath the bulls and there's a lot of damage and abuse took, but the teamwork is what keeps us going.
Do you have a guy sitting on the sidelines just in case one of y'all gets hurt that he can come in and sub in for?
Not usually.
No.
Like if it's like a 3-day event and a guy goes down the first night, then usually they'll try to fly somebody in or whatever for the next 2 performances. But if it's a Saturday night show and a guy goes down and then we got a Sunday afternoon show, it's hard to get somebody there. Then we'll just drop down to 2 guys and run a 2-man protection team. But you just never know, and especially what part of the country you're in.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
This is my 12th season with the PBR. But I started messing with bulls, fighting bulls when I was 10 years old. So,
man,
33 now. So it's,
you're 33,
23 years of messing with bulls.
How did you at 10 years old? At 10 years old, we want to be astronauts and I want to be fighter pilots and a G.I. Joe or whatever, you know what I mean? And I imagine at 10 years old, especially, you grew up in Oklahoma, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. In Oklahoma, you want to be the bull rider, you want to be the, the roper or whatever. At 10 years old, why did you say, I want to be the rodeo clown?
Like I had that desire long before 10, there's pictures, and you can ask my mom and stuff. Like, it was literally like a little tiny baby, like taking her makeup and painting my face like a rodeo clown. And
really,
and like every Halloween I was a bullfighter.
That's how it starts.
I tell a lot of people, I feel like it chose me, in a way. And my grandpa had an arena there at his place. So like every week, we had all the cousins and everybody, and like we had a bunch of real low level, not bucking bulls. There would just be bulls that my grandpa would go by at the sale barn or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's where everybody come to hang out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so like I had an advantage to be able to mess with what I wanted to do at a very controlled state versus going down the road to a guy that's professionally raising bulls. There's no place for a 10-year-old, but at my grandpa's place, we had very low level sheep, calves, steers, real slow bulls. So like I had an opportunity to mess with that at such a young age. And then a year later, 11 years old, I got to meet the legend of the sport, Frank Newsom, and he took me under his wing. So like 11 years old till now, that's who I call on the weekly, like, hey man, I'm dealing with this, or hey, I got this going on, or man, what do you look at this video, what do you think of this? And he's still, till this day, 23 years later, is critiquing me and helping me.
It's kind of funny that you say that, because I just started thinking, I was like, in all the sports, everything changes, right? With baseball, the bats change,
Mm-hmm.
the hardness of the ball changes. with bull riding, it don't change. You get on the bull, you ride it, and
you ride
have
the
to
bull,
fight
you
it.
win the prize.
And it's basically the same techniques and everything. So you can talk to the older guys, and you're like, man, that's way before we're way past your time.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I agree with you on a lot of that,
Yeah.
but I do think that everything's evolved, and we are doing different things now than what they were doing 30 years ago or 20 years ago, or, however you want to look at
Just
it.
by having more of an understanding of the sport.
More of an understanding, more of the regimens, the workouts, the training, everything that goes into what I do weekly to
You're
be
an
at the
athlete.
top of my game.
Yeah.
I imagine you're the guy that was, your mentor or whatever. Those guys were probably smoking cigarettes out there in the
Smoking
arena. You know what I mean?
No, not my mentor. Like
But no, the guy that I would imagine those rodeo clowns back in the day, though.
But yeah, way back in the
They
day,
were sitting there ripping cigs in between
yeah,
rides.
it was like anything. And even the bull riders that was, 30, 40 years ago, there was your freaking natures, your really good guys, your top guys that you've seen, but it wasn't like an athlete deal, but the bulls wasn't what they are now.
Yeah.
And you hear all the old timers, back when I was riding, there might have been one or two good bulls, but there wasn't 50 in the night, like there is now.
That's that guy I was talking to last night that you probably know his name. He's the guy that chooses the bulls that come back, and he was scoring the bulls up to a score of 25 is the highest you could get.
Yep.
And I can't remember his name, but he was sitting all the way at the end of the
It's
chutes.
probably the guy that chooses all the bulls that are here.
Yeah,
Riley.
and that's what he's doing. And he's kind of a younger guy, and
Yeah,
he was over
it's Riley. Yep.
Yep, and he's over doing the scores on it. And I started talking to him about it. And, you hear Bushwhacker and Bodacious and all those guys back in the day, right? And I was like, those dudes, I said, man, those bulls, all 25s, right? And he said, Bodacious is a 19.
Yeah.
And for people, from what I learned last night, under 20, that bull don't come back.
Nope.
Oh,
You won't
really?
see him again.
Yeah.
So
You
the
won't see
bulls
him
have
again.
evolved that much.
Yes.
And that's a Hall of Fame bull.
Yeah, you're talking Bodacious. You're talking the bull that wrecked Tough Edelman's face that is a legend of the sport that would be a re-ride now.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
They would not bring that bull here now. And that's how much it's changed and evolved. So for us to be able to take the abuse, to be 23 years in, to take the abuse that I take, you have to be in shape. You have to be doing everything you can through the week in order to be ready for
Do you do
the
yoga?
shows. I don't do much yoga, but I do a lot of stretching.
We learned about this last hour that some of the guys do yoga, and I would have never.
A lot of guys do.
I would have never in a million years would have thought that.
Yep.
So you just do strength training and stretching, dynamic stretching type stuff.
Man, it just changes with the season. Like right now, it feels like we're just in a grind. Like we've had so many shows. We've had a bunch of midweek shows every weekend. Right now, we're just run down. We're tired. We're sore. So that kind of just becomes like a maintain. Watch it.
Y'all got a fly. They got a couple
this
flies.
one fly, and flies love me. I don't know if it's
They love you,
dude. I don't know if it's something that I just
Did they bite you?
excrete out of my body. No, but mosquitoes, no-see-ums down there where I live. Do y'all have no-see-ums?
No, we just got mosquitoes.
Yeah, well, I mean
They're big enough to carry you off to the creek. And
Yeah,
we
that's
got
y'all
they call
state bird.
like Florida calls them no-see-ums. They're sand ants up in Georgia.
Yeah,
That's what we call them up there.
Yeah,
you need to get some kerosene rags.
kerosene rags.
Mhm.
See,
Yeah.
it's just hanging out around me. That's
Yeah.
what it does.
If you'll put some kerosene rags around your ankles,
Yeah,
might keep them from eating your candy ass.
maybe. You know what? That's a good transition. So, what do you do for fun?
Man,
He sells kerosene rags.
Yeah, selling
Candy
kerosene
asses
rags.
that are walking around the stockyards thinking they're cowboys. He's got a little cart for them.
you need some. Here, you should try some Triactin.
Triactin.
Triactin tough. Quit being a little girl,
I like this guy. I'm going to start digging in here in a few minutes. It's coming. What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies outside of the sport of?
And I don't know. I'd probably say we have a lot of fun doing everything that we do. But my wife and I, we got a big cattle operation in Oklahoma. So
That's work. That's not a hobby.
When we're home, we're working and then just working to get whatever you can get done, and then hit the road and you're gone all weekend. And you're back to the ranch on Monday and trying to.
Is the
figure it
ranch
out.
your job and is bullfighting your
But
hobby?
I love training, man. Like I love having all the young bullfighters at the ranch. You know, weekly we get live cattle. We fight, you know, practice cattle there at the house. We work out. We train together. Work, you know, just whatever comes for that day. And then, but one thing about it,
you have a bullfighting academy, right? So
we got the bull school. Yeah,
bull school. I like that.
Yeah, the bull school.
So you teach other guys how to do what you do. Like, do you take in guys that?
Is that a lawnmower?
Oh, that's the lawnmower. Y'all talked about it when I did the podcast here with T-Mac. They said every time we do a podcast, these two guys drive the lawnmower through here.
That's it. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Huh.
I love
They
it.
drive it through the building? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
They're mowing the concrete.
Yeah. That
It's the what?
seems like a 20,
They're on the
25
hourly
they
job.
storm back
Right.
there, yeah.
On the hourly job.
You know, somebody's getting paid by the hour when they're mowing concrete, right? Yeah. You know what you can take for that, don't you?
Oh, God, I have no idea, but I need something.
Diphenhydramine. But with diphenhydramine, you can't take it and pills at the same time. But you can take PBZ OTC
I
to
don't
get
know.
rid of that itch.
I've never even heard of this. What is it? PBZ? What? OTC? What is this? Oh, God.
It's Powerful Itch Relief Cream, antihistamine.
Sunburn. Thank God. That's what my problem is.
I think it says you can't use it for 2 years or longer.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, that's for 2-year-olds.
It's...
Yeah, you can use it for people that are young humans that are older than 2. Maybe you just need to go see a doctor.
It's just so bad.
I'm going to tell your wife.
I bet it helped with those mosquito bites I got down there.
PBZ OTC. Go pick it up today at Target or Amazon.
I need it
The
in
itch
bulk.
is gone.
Well, if you want to learn more, just go to pbzotc.com. And don't forget to check out the other Kingsway Pharmaceutical family of brands, Bikini Zone and Blue Emu. Oh, God, I need more
You need
of
to go
this.
see a doctor about that.
I need the PBC. Justin, I just read a statistic the other day that the sun is very bright.
Oh, it's bright.
What can I do to potentially keep the sun out of my eyes?
Well, you can start off by not looking at it directly. I
so
hear that that's
pretty.
not a good thing to do, right? People go blind all the time during solar eclipses because they're dumb and look at the sun. But you can also pick yourself up some Redfin Polarized glasses.
Ooh, where can I find
You can
those?
find them at redfinpolarized.com
Ooh.
or in the link right here in the description of the video. We've got all kind of frames. If you've got a silly shaped head or a normal shaped head, we've got glasses that'll fit you.
So you've got some for me then.
Yeah, I think you'd probably the Amelias would probably fit your face pretty good, or the Nunley edition. The Nunley edition are my favorite.
Well, the last thing I want
Throw
is
me
you
my
on my
glasses.
face.
See, if I'd have been wearing these, lights wouldn't have affected me at all. Redfin Polarized. So you've got the Bull School, right?
Yeah.
And like, how many classes do you push through there a year?
Man, there's a couple years there where we got to do probably 7, 8, 9 different schools, you know, and that's something that I'm kind of building for later in life, that, you know, where I can still do something that I enjoy. I love teaching. I love giving back. I love bringing, but we've had guys from Mexico, Brazil, Australia, Canada, you know, it's worldwide.
What's your least favorite race?
least favorite race?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't
answer these
it's going to be whoever don't try.
I like it. I thought he was going to go with the, 2001 Daytona 500. Rest in peace, Dale. He said, I just don't like lazy people.
I don't like laziness, no.
Yeah.
And if you're coming to a bullfighting school, chances is you're going to get roughed up. And if you're not there to at least accept some pain,
You got to be tough.
you're going to have to leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I really enjoy. I had a student from Australia come all the way over, spend all this money, the time, the tuition, the plane ticket, everything that went in to just come to the school. And like after the first morning, he just leaves.
What?
So I finally get him on the phone. I'm like, hey man, where you at? And he's like, man, I'm just at the motel. And I'm like, well, class is going, like you need to get here. Yeah, I think I'm good. You hurt my feelings. I said, well, at least come back. Like, let's at least we can talk.
Let's talk about it face to face. Yeah.
So he finally shows up.
What in the hell did you say to him?
Well, I guess I hurt his feelings. But like I told him when he finally come to face it, I said, man, I tell you what, I would rather you, for one, me hurt your feelings, and you realize that this ain't what you want to do, and you're still upright, you're still healthy, versus going somewhere and someone just throwing you in with a big bad bull, and you may be laying in a hospital with a bunch of broke bones or maybe worse, and deciding that you didn't want to do this. I said, I'd much rather me hurt your feelings and you realize that, hey man, this ain't what I want to do, healthy, versus what could happen.
That's the generation, man. Everybody younger than all of us was coddled the entire time coming up through school. They took paddlings out of school and everything. And,
I used to get my ass beat on the regular.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too, brother. They would, I come through, when
dude, I remember getting in a fight at school.
Yeah.
And had a cast on my leg. I broke my leg, had a cast on my leg, got in a fight, literally throwed my crutches down and we fight. And then I have to go into the office and hold on to a chair because I've got a cast on my leg and get my ass whipped.
Yeah. And they took it out of school and because everything, people don't just act up anymore. People aren't just bad or make bad decisions. Everything has a label to it.
They still do, but they just know they can get away with it.
Yeah, well, everything
they can
has
just label it as.
And that's the thing about a bull. He don't give a shit. Like,
if
you're in the arena, he's going to hook your ass, and chances is he might come back and do it again just because he wants to.
And the fact is, that. And when these guys are coming to your school, your number one job is that when they graduate and they go to that arena, they're representing your school at that point as well.
They are.
And they need to be a good representation of what you're doing as well. But they're going out there. You've built a relationship with that person by them coming through your school. You want to see them go home.
I want to see them do good. I want to see everybody walk out of here.
And that's important. And sometimes you got to hurt some feelings.
Sometimes too, though, like, we'll start rolling through the school, and like I start out with we start out on a very low level, small animal, usually the heifers or the cows, because like that's mainly what we train on, because they don't have the muscle mass to, when they hit you, they break bones. Like they'll just get you on the ground, they'll rash you up, and you might be bleeding a little bit, but it's not like life threatening. Like a bull, when a big full grown bull gets you on the ground, chances is there's bones breaking. So like I start out with the schools on the very small heifers, cows, vice versa. But then we'll run into that occasional student that's like, man, I'm tough. Like, man, and he'll start bullying on my cattle. And I'm like, okay, hold up. And I'll go out back and I'll bring something else that's big and that will knock you on your ass and make you feel the pain.
Make him respect it.
And then the kid's like, oh, well, man, like, why'd you do that? Well, quit bullying my cattle.
Respect the animal.
Respect the animal. Yep. Yeah. And that's kind of fun sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes just getting punched in the face is a good thing. You know what I mean? Like you learn a lot of lessons.
You do, man. There's a lot of knowledge in that dirt, and that's where they learn it.
They have to be tough when they come in, but you have to check their ego too.
Yeah, there's times.
Yeah,
there is. There's times, but man, I love it. It's what I love doing.
Probably most of what you get come through there, though, is just good people that love the sport and want to,
And then we've had the occasional guys that have come all the way from Canada or Brazil or whatever that is literally just a big fan that just wants to come spend 3 days, that maybe fight a little heifer or cow or whatever, but they just want to come experience it. And I'm good with that too, man, because I feel like that is going to build the sport just as quick as anything.
Do you think I could work my way around a bull?
I guarantee you in 3 days I could have you getting around something small.
Really? Something small?
Yeah, I guarantee you in 3 days.
He gets around something small about every night. But
yeah. Oh,
I'm not going to say you're going to be ready to go hit the tour.
Right.
But in 3 days, I could have you getting.
You could wrangle a lab. You can wrangle a Labrador Retriever.
So you think if I came in 3 days, this may be me signing up for your class challenge. You know, can I do this? You know, you think in 3 days
You're gonna have to do a few more push-ups.
Okay.
Maybe go on a couple jogs.
Yeah.
But yes,
I could do this.
In 3 days. I could have you getting around a small animal.
Really?
Yeah, guarantee it.
In 3 days, could I get around maybe a medium animal? You think?
Just depends on if you
I'm
go
really
on,
good
if
in
you go on some
conditioning.
jog. If you're conditioned up, 3 days.
I do ultra marathons.
Guarantee I
and
could
stuff,
surprise
so,
you. Yeah, you could
Do you get people in there that are scared of them?
all the time.
And if you're scared of them, it ain't gonna work.
That's not going to work either. But I will tell you one thing: we've had groups come in where there's guys that's already been in the business, it's already been bullfighters, and then we have guys over here that has never seen an animal. And 9 times out of 10, I can take this kid that's never seen an animal, never been in with one, and maybe be a little bit further ahead than the guy that's already been in the game.
Sometimes it's better to have somebody that has no idea what they're doing.
Because they'll listen to you.
Well, for one, they'll listen to you, but for two, they don't know what fear is. They don't know what this animal can do to you.
Yep.
You know, there's so many little things that can take this green guy over here and leave in 3 days, be a little bit more polished or further along than a kid that's been trying for 3 or 4 years.
And that's what's so great about kids, right? Because kids don't know. You know, a kid will jump on the back of a
Well,
horse.
but
a lot of times
even you, you might have seen the bulls last night or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you've got an idea, but you really don't know what this animal can do to you yet.
Oh, I can
So
tell you
like,
right now.
it's easy for you to.
What I
You
saw,
haven't been there.
I can tell you right now. After seeing last night, I will never in my life do what you do.
Well,
That right there, son. You
I
know,
guarantee
stupid,
it.
I
3
would.
days. 3 days. I could have you getting around an animal.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it.
let's make a collab.
I'm looking forward to it. That would
that'd
be fun.
good.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Can you now when you say a small animal, like are we talking like a smaller bull? We're not talking about like a calf, are we?
Like I would say we'd probably start you on like a calf.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
after 3 days.
But after 3 days, I mean, I could get you getting around a 600-700 pound heifer.
Yeah. Let me ask this, right? And not to be politically.
Well, dude, the Mexican OT. Have y'all seen that?
oh man,
No.
that was I did.
So you come to our event the other night. We had a midnight bullfight here in Fort Worth,
yeah.
and the Mexican OT, showed up, was a volunteer coach for the red team, and this cat ends up getting in the arena and gets smoked
Oh yeah,
by a bull. It was
really?
yeah,
that was
dude.
an insurance liability if I've ever seen.
Hey, he signed the papers,
Yeah.
but it was wild, man.
What did he say afterwards, real quick? I mean, did you talk to him after?
He was pumped, man. Like
Yeah, he was.
just
He
like,
thought-
yeah. Like his goal. Like I thought that bull knocked his teeth out. Like his face hit the bull's back.
He
and I'm
loved
like,
it.
Yeah, dude, he loved every minute of it.
Really?
Yeah. And it has went viral. Like it's went
Yeah, it's
crazy.
all over the
I'll
place.
have
I mean,
to
he's
see
got a
this. I hadn't
massive
seen it.
following. So yeah.
Yeah.
I got to ask this, okay? Because what you do is what is commonly referred to these days as white people activities, right?
Yeah.
Right. So how many black people do you have come through your school or sign up?
Man, we've had quite a few guys come through, and
Really?
like Ja'Cory Golden, he's a young guy out of Mississippi,
Mhm.
badass bullfighter.
Really?
Yeah, really athletic, can really get up in the air, get over the top of the bulls.
Yeah.
He's a lot of fun to watch, man. There's been multiple, black cowboys that's come through. Ezekiel
Yeah.
Mitchell, he's a bull rider.
Oh yeah, I love
he was there
Zeke.
last night.
Yeah.
Got 1 road out of 2, but
Oh yeah, I saw him.
you know,
Yeah,
he's-
Zeke is an awesome
he
guy.
rides a bunch of really good bulls, and man, it ain't got anything to do with skin color, man.
But it's white people activities.
But
It's
it's
right.
I don't know. It's just who wants to make a living and who don't.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I will say this. I mean, I think a lot of people that don't understand the sport at all, they think it's just a bunch of old white, a bunch of white men.
Mm-mm.
You go down there in them shoots last night.
There's Brazilians. There's every race from all over the country was represented.
Black,
in
white,
shoots.
Brazil,
Yep.
Canada, Mexican.
Yeah, it's a worldwide sport now.
Yeah.
And you look down in those shoots, and man, it's every race that you could imagine. This
Well, dude,
isn't
you're
a white
talking,
man.
you're talking about multiple guys that's on tour with us that grew up on dirt floors in their house.
Mhm.
That is poor, man. Like the reality of maybe not living because you're starving to death.
Mhm.
And they can go get on some bulls and start figuring it out. Jose Vitor Lemi shows up 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, and is now like a $5 million bull rider. You know,
Yeah, top 3, 4 of all time.
Like,
bull
one of the
riders
greatest
to ever
to
live.
ever play the game. But
Yeah.
talking about eating on a dirt floor to driving around a sports car and eat, you know, it's a great life, man.
Eating home hog.
So you think about it, man. There's a lot of Brazilian cowboys that come over here for
It's
that.
a very diverse sport now. And I think just people that don't know from the outsider's perspective, people that are out there that, I mean, if you're a person of color, this is a sport that is represented very well.
Every week.
And to your earlier point, you don't give a shit as long as they're tough and will respect.
As long as they're tough
everything.
and they're here to take care of business, damn right. I'll put my butt on the line for it.
Yeah. Then I mean, last night, I mean, that was close. Justin's never been that close to it. I came to the World Finals a few years ago in Vegas and got to kind of have the same experience I had last night. When you're that close and you see what you guys are doing, like, there's just a whole new found respect.
It's violence. I mean, from the second that chute opens till the time he throws his back legs up in the air as he's leaving the arena, it is violent.
It's violent in the chute.
Oh, yeah.
It's violent in the
you're
chute.
talking an 1,800-pound bull mashing these guys' legs against steel that does not move.
Yeah, that's never talked about. That part's never talked about.
Like Sage Kimsey, I mean, we were in, I think we were in like Little Rock or something a month or two ago, and like Sage is in there getting ready to pull his rope, and that bull just kind of mashed him against and snapped the bones in his foot, you know, well, he's sitting there, legs shaking, and well, it's your turn. Like,
you got to go.
We got to go. So he pulls his rope, slides and rides, and when he's done, he broke 2 bones in his ankle, you know, like.
God, that's a cowboy right there.
But that's what the sport is, you know. Like, there's no timeouts. There's no taking it easy. This bull does not care who you are. He doesn't care how many followers you got.
Yeah.
You know, and I just looked at it as a lot, but the bull don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what makes it such a good sport. And I think, like, the Rex is what keeps the fans coming back.
What do people like you, because this guy's gotten a bad rap, you know, over the years of you know, taking falls. You know, LeBron, you know, somebody like, and they don't even get hit, and then they flop, you know, and then you're in there with this, you know, giant ass animal and fighting him. You know, what is your thinking on stuff like that when you watch it?
Those other professional
I'm gonna tell
athletes.
you, like, if those other professions was on the same card as we are, and I'm talking, I pay my own travel, I pay my own expenses, my food, my airline tickets, and then if I don't do my job, I don't get paid. And if I break my leg tonight, I'm out for 6 months. I don't get paid for 6 months.
Man,
you know, like if it was the same way with the professional sports, where these guys, like you're saying, are flopping. Like, that's why you see guys riding with broken bones, torn ligaments, everything that goes into this sport that's real. And not to mention, you can't have a ref blow a whistle. You flop on the ground. Oh, well, let's go to commercial break.
that bull don't give a shit.
We can die doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it. And it happens, like we touched on earlier. Death is a real part of what we do. And if it was the same way in the professional sports, I think you'd see a whole entire different game.
Yeah.
100%.
Your whole demeanor changed when we talked about that. Like, when we went into that about how dangerous it was, and then the incident that occurred, you know, recently, your entire demeanor, everything about you changed. That weighs pretty heavy on you with your responsibility with your job, don't it?
And it does, man. Like, if they're not walking out, man, there's some part of you that feels like, man, did I do everything I could have to save this guy, you know? And man, it's real, man. And we're not friends, we're brothers, you know? So, like, when you see somebody, it's real.
You're like the ultimate. Your profession is probably in professional sports like the ultimate, you know, protect my brother type thing. You know, like,
I want to see everybody go home.
Yeah, your existence is to make sure that everybody else is fine.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. and it has a heavy load.
Yeah.
I don't think people truly understand your job. I don't understand your job truly. You know what I mean?
Well, like last night, I mean, you probably, you know, it was a pretty routine night. Lucas got run over once. We had that one hang up, kind of the guy almost got his head stepped on. Other than that, it's a really routine night. Like, we're just directing traffic to the naked eye. But to see what we really do, like, we're preventing wrecks really before my body even knows I prevented a wreck. Like it's so second nature now that, or actually it's first nature, you know, like it's happening so quick and we're doing so much to prevent the wrecks. But if you take us three out of the equation last night, there's a lot of wrecks, you know,
Really?
there's a lot of wrecks.
And God, you think
But
about
we're disabling that bomb before it explodes.
How in the hell do y'all get there in that bull's face that quick? That still has impressed me that as soon as the rider is off, y'all are in his face.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and
the
getting
main
him
thing,
away.
like for one, you're getting in their face, you're getting them committed to you, you're getting the engagement with you and the bull. So a lot of times that leaves the bull rider out of the chance of getting run over or hurt again, you know.
Mhm.
But like a lot of get to the naked eye, man, you guys are crazy. You're getting your hands on the bull's head and he's throwing his head up like y'all are stupid. Like what? Well, to the naked eye, that's what it looks like. But for us that's working this animal, if I can get my hands on his head and get his head up and get his front feet off the ground, his forward momentum stops. So like I've took this animal that is stronger than me, faster than me, bigger than me. If I can get his front feet off the ground, I can stall out his momentum just long enough for me to get into a better position to outmaneuver him. Allows this bull rider that's on the ground to get to his feet. Allows my partner to get to where he needs to get in that bull's eye to then save me. And that's the key behind all of it, you know, is slowing down and literally stalling out that 1,800-pound bull.
Man, there's a lot that does it, because we ask our last guest about this that rides. Does it kind of slow down for you when it's all happening?
Man, it's crazy. To see particles of dirt coming off a bull's hoof and flying to hit you in the face, and you can close your eyes, let it hit you in the face, and then reopen your eyes to where you don't have dirt in your eyes while you're trying to do this job. You know, like it. They say that you can see the braids on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball coming at you. It's true. Like the game slows down that much, man. It's pretty rad.
I'm glad that you made this reference, because we had this same conversation last time, right? And the bull rider, you know, me and him kindly disagreed a little bit. Do you think it's harder to ride a bull or hit a major league fastball?
Man, I think it's what is your profession? You know, like
the average Joe.
The average
Matt
Joe
Lyda walks over.
Well, I mean, but here's the deal. So, like, if you're an average Joe growing up, then like going to Walmart, you can buy a football, you can buy a baseball bat, you can play catch, you can play, you know, with your friends, you can do all this, but you can't go to Walmart and buy a bull rope and get on a bull, you know.
I'm telling you,
so
but
that's why you see these guys. You know, Cord, I'm sure, rode sheep, started on sheep, and then he went to calves, and he went to steers, and now he's a professional making millions of dollars. But if he didn't start riding sheep at that age, he and that's the whole key behind everything we do is you can't go to college and take ex wrestlers or, you know, college athletes and say, hey, man, we're going to throw you in this bull riding academy, and by 2 years, we're going to have you a professional, and you'll be a professional bull rider in 2 years. You can't do it. You can't.
No, they just go to NASCAR teams and become tire changers.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
or
really,
WWE. They do NASCAR,
Right.
WWE, and all that stuff. And
I've never thought about that,
Yeah.
but that's wild. You basically have to start when you're young.
You got
For
to.
this profession.
Yeah, you got to. And especially being like the bull awareness or the savviness of a bull, you know, it's something that can't be taught out of a book. Like, you've got to be around these animals. You've got to be, you know, like I've got a ranch full of mean bulls that I see every day. So I feel like that's an advantage that I have is I see livestock every day.
You look
Whether
at them
I'm-
different than a regular person would.
Well, yeah, when I get back to my ranch, if that cow's limping or that calf is a little behind the rest of the herd, like, you got to recognize that, or your ranch ain't gonna be making no money.
Right.
But it's recognizing and seeing those little keys. Well, that's the same way in my sport of what I do to protect these guys. Like, I've got to see this bull's eye and where he's going to try to hook this guy, you know? So like it all plays together. But
So you
if
said
you're-
that
if
you
you're a
see
kid
everything.
you can't, it's something you've got to grow up in.
So you said that you see everything, right? Because I ask McFadden, you know, what do you look at? I love to ask professional athletes.
Yeah.
Where's your eye fixed? And fighters will tell you different things. Someone will tell you, I'm looking at the chest, so they can kind of see everything. And some are like, I don't know what I'm looking at. I just see the whole picture, kind of like you said. And then you just said, look at him in the eye. I mean, do y'all ever lock eyes when y'all are in there?
Oh yeah. You'll see it and especially like while that bull's bucking and a guy's making a really good ride. Well, like if you just push in too hard before the whistle, and that bull's got some fight to him, he's going to come out of the spin and come get you. Well, not only did I just mess up Court's score, not only did I piss off this stock contractor because I ruined his prize bull. There's so much that goes into that. So like while that bull's bucking, you've got to be reading the body language of the bull rider, because the anticipation is what sets me up to save these guys to where he's going to land. I got to be watching this bull, like while he's bucking, as his eyes, as he's checking me, while he's spinning, is he checking me? So like if I take too big a step, I'm going to pull that bull out of the spin. There's so much that goes into it, to really be at the top level, man.
So those bulls are that aware that they're watching y'all.
Oh yeah,
they're beside them.
Yeah,
and they know as soon as this guy's off, I'm going after these cats.
Oh yeah.
Are they more pissed off at y'all or the rider when they come out the chute?
Man, they become very smart to knowing where that rider's going to land. So like they'll almost set it up to buck that guy off to where he knows he can get him, and that's when it really becomes like hard to deal with.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
you're talking animals that can feel a fly on their back, and they can feel where that rider is. And all right, I'm gonna bait him in here. I'm gonna drop him right here where I can hook everybody. They know their game.
Justin, how much more respect do you have for this sport? Just after those last 24 hours,
tons more.
Yeah.
That kind of getting the peek behind the curtain.
So I ain't tickle fighting.
You sure? Pillified?
No pillified either.
But
I'll slap box you.
No, I'm good.
I wouldn't want to be hit by this man.
No, me neither. I ain't getting hit by none of these cats, man. Look, if you over there fighting with bulls, man, I ain't gonna do shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what goes on, man. So like every week, it don't matter where we go. If we go to a baseball game, if we want to go just to the restaurant, if we want to go to the bar, it don't matter where we go. We always run into, all the bull riders are pretty small. They're little guys, so like.
Except for the hammer.
Well, the hammer's pretty tall.
Yeah.
But like every week, bull rider, huh? Like somebody always has to try to fight the damn bull riders. And it's every week they get their asses kicked.
Really?
Yes.
I love it. You know what? Maybe that right there is a way that you can make money once you retire, is you start a bull rider fight league, right? But they do it on the side. They fight each other, right?
Well, no, that wouldn't be no fun.
No, it would be fun.
But we could.
Or, bring other. Are you tough enough to fight a bull rider?
Yeah.
People would come fight.
Or you can have like ropers are like, man, I'm just as tough as the bullfighter or bull riders, and they ropers and bull riders.
Tried that too. That don't work.
Well, I got one more question for you, and I asked this to Court. What makes a real cowboy?
Makes a real cowboy. Man, I think just you don't really have to have a pair of boots or have a cowboy hat. Like I think it's just a state of life. Like are you a hard worker? Or you do what you say you're gonna do? Is what's your word worth? Like that. To me, that's the kind of stuff that defines cowboys. And man, a guy that's going overseas to fight for our freedom. Like I feel like they're as much of a cowboy as we are, because they're going to put it on the line and they're going to keep America, keep us safe, So like I don't know. I don't think you got to have a pair of boots and a cowboy hat on to be called a cowboy. Like if you're a hard worker and you give everything you got to be a good person, you're a cowboy in my book.
Integrity and respect.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's something that you do not see a lot of anymore.
No, you don't. No, and it kind of goes back to our conversation earlier, people being coddled their whole life and telling them,
yep,
it's okay. Just be whatever you want to be. It's all right.
Yeah.
If you're a piece of shit, that's okay. It's not okay.
It ain't.
And the real world's going to swallow them up.
Yep.
100%.
That's why you see where we're at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a question, because you have not gave us the peek behind the curtain, right? We've got the bull stuff down, right? So I've got one more. What's your favorite movie of all time? I swear to God, if he says the cowboy way or something, I'm going to crash out right now.
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour? Yeah. He went old school with it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. So you like a good comedy.
Oh, dude, I like all three of them movies, but the first one's like my favorite.
Yeah.
It is funny.
I'll agree. It's a great movie. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Which one of y'all kick me?
Well, with that, man, thanks for coming on.
Any bet, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
I think Wade Bowen cut a song about his girlfriend leaving him for a rodeo clown and kind of made fun of it, and
Jason Boland.
no, I think it was Wade Bowen.
Wade Bowen,
Yeah,
run off with the
Bowen?
rodeo clown.
Yeah,
or something.
his girlfriend ran off with the rodeo clown, and
Which
he was,
I can't blame her. Like,
well, he was upset.
She's
He
only
was
human.
like, man, it could have been like, I think it was like, could have been a bull rider or whatever, but no, she left me for the rodeo clown, like kind of making fun of rodeo clowns. And my opinion has completely changed. I wouldn't blame if Amy left me for him. I'd probably encourage
she is only
it.
human, man. Sorry, bro.
I'm coming to do the class. I've already made
we
it
shook
up.
on it.
I've made it up in my mind. I'm going to come do it. It's going to be fun. And do you think I can handle it?
3 days.
You think I'm tough?
I think you're full of a bunch of bullshit, but I
I
think we
am.
can have you fighting bulls.
Okay, all right.
He might go to hell, but he ain't gonna go to hell for lying. I can tell you that.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to have to be after September, but
Okay.
we'll do it.
It's a good time for me. We're kind of coming back off the big summer run and
Yeah.
be around the ranch.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm looking
Rock
forward
on,
to
bro.
it. Let's do it. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, man.
White trash with money. We're out.
Hey, listen, did you know
That's my line. That we're on YouTube, White Trash with Money podcast. I think you'll love it. And if you don't, then don't go subscribe. But I think you'll like it if you do.
Yeah, just go subscribe
Or don't.
or do.
I don't give a shit either way. Listen, did you know that? Welcome to White Trash with Money.